Hey everybody. Woo! My goodness. Sorry. First of all, I am sick. One of my little girls, Veggie, got everybody in the house sick. So I am I sound awful, and I'm all kinds of my face is swollen because I'm just sick. So I apologize for the froggy voice, but you're going to have to deal with it. And I apologize for the lighting and the weird camera angle, but I'm not really going to have time without all the craziness of girls and husband and dog and cats all around me. So I am just going to do a car vlog to make sure that I can give you this update. So, having said all that, I had a follicle check today. Today is day 9 of Stims. It went by a lot faster. I know I say this every video right now, but I don't know why I expected it to be any different, because with IUI, my Stims went really quickly too. Everything went really fast, but I don't think it felt as fast then as it does now. It definitely feels just astronomically fast this cycle. But everything is looking so good that Monday will be our egg retrieval. So I am super excited. I actually expected to be on the meds a little bit longer just because of my experience with IUI. My experience with IUI, I ended up having not only a higher dose than most people, but I ended up doing more days of Stims than most people. And they told me that with IVF, you would go between 9 and 11 days of Stims. So I totally expected to be 11 or 12 days of Stims, because that's just been how my experience with medicated cycles go. So I'm very happily surprised that today is trigger day. It's day 9. So I only actually had 8 days of Stims, because I won't do Menopur or Bravel today. I only do my Lupron and my HCG. My HCG shot will be at 12:30 this morning. Yay! So I have to make sure to either stay up or get up at 12:30, so 30 minutes before or 30 minutes past midnight, and give myself that HCG. I am taking Novorel, which I will do a little video of the Novorel, but I think I showed it to you guys in my meds video. I'm not sure. But the amount of fluid they give you was so daunting. They gave me this huge vial of fluid and this big, gigantic thing of powder. It was whoa, that's just all kinds of crazy. So I was all kinds of worried about that. But they did confirm that I only do it with 1 ml. So it's not a huge amount of liquid going into my body, which is nice, because I was totally freaking out that it was going to be a huge amount of liquid and going to be really painful because of that, whatever. Also, she did confirm that the needles that were gigantic are definitely for mixing and not for injecting. Yay! I was a little freaked out that first time when I opened that bag. So let's see. Tonight I take my aspirin, I take my Lupron, I take my prenatal, and I take my HCG. Tomorrow I take my aspirin and my prenatal and do nothing. I have Super Bowl Sunday off. Woohoo! Then Monday at 11:30 I go in for my retrieval. So usually my clinic does retrievals pretty early in the morning, but my retrieval is pretty late in the day for them. I think partly because the doctor's really trying to make it so that I have as many follicles as possible. Now, I did say before that I was surprised we were only going for 10 to 12 follicles, because I, hear so many people with 20, 30, 35 follicles, and I had asked her about that. They said they go for quality over quantity, but because it's my first cycle and I have had miscarriages, She really wants to see if we can get 14, 15 instead of the 10 to 12. Sorry, so gross. Just to make sure we have some good embryos. So my husband will have to give his sample before 8:30 in the morning, and then we will go in by 10:30 for an 11:30 retrieval, get all those eggs. I have 13 follicles that she measured and a few smaller ones. So we'll have at least 13 follicles. Hopefully they all have eggs in them, and that would be fantastic. And then I have a day 3 and a day 5 transfer scheduled. I don't know what time those are scheduled for. They don't tell me until they let me know which one we're going to use. So day 0 is the transfer day. I don't take anything except for my prenatal. And then day 1, I start taking my doxycycline, which is 1 pill a day. And then I also start my endometrium. I think I only do, that day I only do 1 endometrium at night, and then I start taking my aspirin again. And then from day 2, I start taking the endometrium 3 times a day, which is the vaginal suppository of progesterone. I take my aspirin, I take my prenatal, and the doxycycline. And then day 3 will be embryo report and either transfer or transfer on day 5. And then my blood test is February 17th. So yes, it's all here. I'm pretty ready. I'm pretty calm. I've been listening to fertility hypnosis. I think I left a link for it. I believe I left a link for it. It's been fantastic. Honestly, I have not been stressed about this whole cycle at all. And I feel very positive, which I tried really hard with IUIs to feel very positive, but it was really hard when nothing else worked sorry, I had to pop my ears. It was really hard when nothing else worked to be very positive, especially with the 2nd and 3rd round of IUIs. It was like, there's nothing wrong with us. It's all unexplained. And so far, it's still the same way. It's all unexplained, nothing wrong. But somehow, for some reason, there's the ears again. Sorry, I'm up over hills. Somehow, for some reason, we just haven't been able to conceive. And at that point, it was just really getting me down. But I think the hypnosis tracks have really been helping me to just relax. And, you know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And if it's not, it's not. And one thing that's also making me a lot more comfortable with everything is having the Attain in place. So the Attain is our financial payment thing. I don't know how much, I don't remember how much I've said about Attain, but if we were to get pregnant this cycle, we actually end up paying more than we would for just a run-of-the-mill IVF cycle. But if we I get 2 chances at a fresh cycle and 2 chances at a frozen cycle. And so if we used all those, we would be paying a lot less. If we used only 1 or 2 of those, we would be paying a bit more than you normally would. But I also have this guarantee that if we go for 4 cycles and it doesn't work, we get most of that money reimbursed to us. So I'm not nearly as worried about the money aspect as I was with the IUI, which is really nice, and I think that's helping a lot. I don't think there's anything else really. Like I said, I'm really nice and calm, just doing my hypnosis, drinking a ton of water. I've been I drink about 100 ounces a day. I actually have to cut back on my water quite a bit after my retrieval because they don't want me drinking a lot of free water. My clinic believes that Gatorade is a bit better, so I will start drinking Gatorade probably day before or day of, and then I'll cut back on water a bit because she said that you're more likely to bloat and just have a lot of free fluid if you drink a lot of free water. So I'm going to do that, and I'm excited for it to be here. So anyway, I will talk to you all later, and I hope everybody's cycle is going super well. I know there's a lot of people cycling pretty close to me, and hopefully this is the cycle for all of us, and everybody gets at least one super sticky bean. And yeah, I will talk to you all later. Bye.